The man just glanced at the sports car on the street. He curiously asked the wealthy man 2 questions.
What do you do and how do you do it?
I'm a stockbroker.
Fate changed because of those 2 casual questions. A future billionaire was about to be born. They went into a public restroom. Chris locked the door, then spread toilet paper on the floor. That night, his son fell asleep in the fantasy his father created. Someone knocked outside. Chris quickly covered his son's ears and pressed his foot hard against the door. He just hoped the noise would stay quiet, so it wouldn't wake his son. In that moment, Chris as a man shed tears. He felt like a complete failure. His career was going nowhere. With no other options, Chris took his son and their belongings, searching for any place to stay. Luckily, he heard about a church that offered free shelter. A long line had already formed outside. After waiting forever, just as they reached the front, a homeless man cut in line. Chris fought with him until an old man spoke up, saying the homeless man had skipped. Only then did Chris get a spot in the shelter. After settling his son in, he used the hallway light to keep fixing his scanner. Sometimes if they couldn't get a bed, Chris bought 2 cheap bus tickets, and they slept on the bus all night. When he had no money for food, Chris went to the hospital to sell his blood, just to buy a broken scanner part. After all his effort, he finally fixed the scanner. Selling it gave him enough to live for a month. It was the last day of his internship. The rich people he met playing basketball helped him get 31 signed contracts. When his boss called him into the office, he didn't know what those 6 months had earned him: more struggle or the new life he dreamed of. The answer was finally coming. When he got the confirmation, Chris couldn't hold back his emotions. His eyes reddened, fighting back tears. He had waited for this moment for 6 months. Trying to stay calm, Chris left the office. He walked into the crowd of co-workers. Now he could finally smile like them. A real happy smile. Raising his hands, he clapped for himself. This was a man's victory. Chris ran to the daycare. He grabbed his son into his arms. From now on, he wouldn't let his son suffer with him anymore. Even when life beats you down, remember this: face it bravely. Even if you have nothing, never give up on your dreams. Fight for your goals. Success isn't guaranteed, but remember, the harder you work, the luckier you get. In the end, life rewards those who never stop trying.